Are you watching Handmaid's Tale? The third season is on. What is it? It's Hulu. It's on Hulu. It's a Hulu show. Margaret Atwood was the author. Is that right? I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but I think that's right. The first two seasons were based on the book. The third season is like after the book. And I was... these people, they just do money grabs, you know, and I'm like, oh, great. So it's a good show. So now they're just going to make more money on it. But the third season's great. Third season's great. I feel like it should be required watching. I think schools should start implementing videos like into their curriculum, you know. There are people that just don't learn by reading. I mean, like dyslexics, people that have dyslexia, for example, have a hard time learning by reading. And I think it's okay to learn by seeing. Just a radical idea there, but that's me. I am a rebel with a cause. And right now it seems like my cause is everyone should watch Handmaid's Tale. The reason everyone should watch Handmaid's Tale, or at least read the book. I didn't read the book. I should read the book. But why? I don't know. Maybe I'll read the book. Anyways, I like reading. I'm lazy, so I watch shows, and I still get the information in my brain, which is important. That's the goal, right? Not that I'm some elitist snob that only reads books. I'm a lazy, middle-aged man. I need to get my information on the couch, absorbed through my eyeballs in pictures and sound. So, there's many takeaways from Handmaid's Tale. And basically there's these religious zealots overthrow the United States, and they create a place called Gilead. And it's shocking when you think about it, because it's the cities that we all know, like Chicago and Washington, D.C., and, you know, all these places. And it is now a extremist religious hell. It's a hell on earth. And not because it's religious, but because they're using religion in extremist, hellish ways. So, at any rate, there's many takeaways, but the one that I always come back to is the fact that no one's coming for you. No one's coming to help you. There's points where they, you know, interact with other countries, and they're like, please help us. They're torturing us and stealing our children and, you know, doing unbelievable, horrendous things to us. And they're like, Gilead's powerful. It's complicated. Our hands are tied. Our hands are tied. And that is the reality, that no one's coming for you. In Hong Kong, if it turns into, which I sort of don't think it's going to, but if it was going to turn into a Tiananmen Square Part 2, where they just start massacring protesters, nobody's coming for them. I mean, maybe there'll be a sanction of China, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Not buy your iPhone? Not buy your Nikes? Not buy, like, everything from fricking Walmart and Amazon? What are you going to do? Do you really care that much about 1 million people being massacred in Hong Kong? I mean, God, iPhone 11 is probably on its way. Let's get serious. Of course we're not going to do anything. There's nothing that China can do to Hong Kong that's going to have any repercussions on China. We will watch them be murdered in the street by the thousands. And people will be outraged. I'm outraged. I'm outraged. They'll say it in all the languages and all the accents. But nothing will happen to China. Look what Russia does. Like, it takes over countries. We're outraged. We're outraged. I'm outraged. So what? No one's coming for you. Do you understand? No one is coming when your government decides it doesn't like you. No one. Well, a few people come throughout history. The guy I keep coming back to over and over again is John Brown. Mostly because John Brown has a house here in Akron, the John Brown House. John Brown, raid on Harper's Ferry, ring a bell? Do you know that there were guns stolen out of the Summit County Jail right around that time, and it is believed that John Brown stole the guns to utilize in the Harper Ferry raid. That's why it's important that he's here, because Summit County, or Akron in particular, had an important role on the Harper's Ferry raid. The idea was that they were going to raid this artillery camp in Harper's Ferry and then turn all the guns over to the slaves and have an uprising. They call it the dress rehearsal to the Civil War. It was a bad plan. It was a terrible plan. Frederick Douglass was busy. Who else? I think it was Harriet Tubman. She was busy. But they loved him. They loved him. Because he made a huge move and exposed the truth, the horrendous, outrageous, horrific truth of American slavery. And it was a wake-up call. The dress rehearsal to the Civil War, they call it. And it was a bad plan. But it was a plan. You see a few people come for you, you know. It's never the government. The government will follow behind reluctantly if the few stand up for the many. So I feel like, without a doubt, if you don't believe that we haven't proved that A, there are many homeless people in Akron unsheltered, and B, the city of Akron doesn't care one lick about them, if you don't think we have proved that beyond a shadow of a doubt, you haven't been paying attention. Jeffrey Dahmer, an Akron native. I'm really thinking about starting a Jeffrey Dahmer store. I mean, look, if they have Salem, wherever that is, I just was there this summer, where they, make fun of and glorify hanging women because they're witches accused by children, why can't we have a Jeffrey Dahmer store? Come on. Lighten up. Is it too early? I think not. Anyways, look. Jeffrey Dahmer, 3 hots and a cot, baby, until they murdered him inside. I mean, he was a terrible human being. I mean, off his rocker, crazy. What was he doing? Capturing gay men at gay bars and then taking him back to his house and eating them or something? I mean, Jesus, what a psycho nut job. He got 3 hots and a cot. He ate people. There are people, I'm sitting here right now about 100 feet from a camp. Can't see it. You wouldn't know it was here. There's about, I would say, 7 tents in there right now. They're hidden. They're there right now. In fact, I have some Panera. I might go drop some off for them. It is completely, horrendously wrong that we just wring our hands and say, we don't know what to do. We don't know what to do about American citizens living unsheltered in America. It is completely wrong. There is a field to my right now that is just should be mowed. And of course the city doesn't mow anything now. I guarantee you. So the John Valley, the guy who is the nuisance guy, should be on whoever's lawn this is that I'm looking at and should be either mowing it or charging the people or getting somebody to mow it. I tell you, I put 1 tent in here. John Valley will be on this lawn tomorrow. 1 tent. 1 goddamn tent. John Valley is showing up in his stupid tie and white shirt and frickin' khaki pants and weird brown shoes. Sorry. Just hate that look. I hate that look. Ugh, corporate casual. God, it's such a terrible. It's nothing against John Valley's outfit. It's just what everybody wears. And, drives me nuts. It's like your own prison garb. You don't even know you're in prison. I see it all the time. We're all in prison. It is completely, absolutely, 100% positively illegal to sleep anywhere in Akron outdoors. Anywhere. If you are on public property, you will be given a misdemeanor. That's a 4th degree, 5th degree, 4th. 1, 4, 4, 4, 5. It is a $250 fine and 3 months in prison. If you are caught a second time, it goes to a 1st degree misdemeanor, $1,000 fine, 6 months in jail. You get caught twice sleeping on public land, you are going to jail for 6 months. Jesus Christ! That's wrong. Because you have nowhere to sleep, you're going to jail. If that is not criminalizing homelessness, I don't know what is. Obviously, they can't sleep on private property. I tried that. Don't be stupid, Sage. You're running a campground. It's an illegal campground. Get those people off your land. You stupid. God, Sage, you're so dumb. I don't know, what you think I'm thinking. After the city closed down our tent city, then closed down our lower level day center, then closed our upper level day center. But I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. It makes me more resolved than ever. Because this is the 3rd greatest human rights tragedy in American history. CEOs, all-time high. 1,000 times, I don't know, I just saw an article, I don't know, what are they making? 1,000 times more than their average employee now? I can't even keep track. It's just stupid numbers, don't even make any sense. There is so much money being made in the United States of America. People are paying $2,000, $3,000, $2,000, $3,000 for one-bedroom apartments in the cool cities all over America. That's what's pushing people out of the bottom, because the cost of living. And I know people are like, well, the cost of living in Akron is affordable. If you think a $450 a month room is affordable, which is the going rate, you're insane. That's ridiculous. $450 for a room. A room! Ugh. I think it was 11 million people in America are spending over 50% of their income on housing. You're supposed to be spending less than a third. That's why there's homelessness. And then you add the fact that they just keep pulling services farther and farther away, primarily mental health services. I'm not sure I know the answer to gun violence in America, but I would say that not having enough mental health services might be contributing to the fact. I know that's a fact of why some people are living in the woods, because they're so out of their mind, they can't get it straight to get in the program. And there's nowhere to go. Resolve. Everything the city does to me makes me stronger. It's like a Nietzsche thing. I kind of modified it. That what's to not kill me makes me stronger. Everything the city does to me makes me stronger. And it's just the truth. It just confirms to me everything I have believed from the beginning, and believe even more, that they do not care that there are homeless people in their woods. If they cared, I am surrounded, both sides of me have empty warehouses. One on my left, one on my right. They're empty. Empty! There's a field here, like I said, with growing grass, empty. And yet, the answer is just shooing off homeless people, making them run into the woods, making them feel like they are a scourge, a nuisance. When the guy that's heading up nuisance department comes and shoos you off, you are obviously a nuisance. You are a nuisance. You are not a human being. You are not a citizen. You are not part of the city. You are a nuisance. And that makes me mad. Because, goddammit, they're fucking human beings and they have a right to live. And they're misunderstood. People don't talk to homeless people. They don't know what a homeless person's like. They don't know what they're like. Completely misunderstood. They're considered a scourge on society. And really, all that has happened is society has fucked them and then just thrown them into the woods. Resolve. Just makes me more determined than ever. This is the third wave of the human rights cruelties we impose in America. First it was the Native Americans, then it was the slaves, and now it is this burgeoning crisis of homelessness in a country that has the lowest unemployment in history or something, and the highest stock prices in history. And homelessness is increasing. It is a slavery of its own. It is a human rights tragedy. We cannot abandon our brothers and sisters in the woods. I'm not talking about Hong Kong. I'm talking about your city. People that have lived here for generations. We look at them and judge them. And we look at them on the corner and we like the answer is, oh, well, that panhandler, I'm sure they're probably just getting rich off this. Do you know what a panhandler makes in a sitting? Like $5 every few hours if you're lucky. Sometimes they make nothing. Judging panhandlers is one of the things that pisses me off most. How dare you judge a panhandler without understanding their story? How dare you judge anybody before understanding their story? That makes you as bad as any racist or bigot out there. As you look at a person by their shoes, by the car they step into, and you judge them, you are a bigot. So yeah, resolve tinged with a little bit of anger. We cannot allow this. We cannot allow our brothers and sisters to languish unsheltered in the woods. I'm not saying give them a house. I'm not saying build a shelter. I'm saying give them a goddamn tent in this fucking field over here. Give them a porta potty and a trash can. Jesus Christ. Oh, you would think like I'm some sort of like guy from outer space. Well, hey, what? No, that doesn't seem right. I mean, that's inhumane. Fuck you and your inhumanity. When I look at what you're forcing these people to live like, that's inhumane. That's not a proper way to live. Well, fuck you, motherfucker. Look at the way they're living now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, resolve and anger. That's it. I'm not giving up. I'm angrier than ever. I'm more determined than ever. We are going to end homelessness in America. It is happening. Jesus Christ. All right. I feel better. Have a good day. Bye.